Need me a bonus. I need a ball. All that press.
Hi guys, welcome back to the show. This is I Collect Thrift Season 2 and today's guest is David.
Yo, what's up, Lizwe? Thank you so much for having me. Truly an honor. I feel very blessed.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show today, bro.
Thank you, Lizwe. Super excited.
Awesome.
Sweet.
So we're gonna jump into the questions today, and I've got a few questions for you. Question 1 is, who is David and where is David from?
Sure. Yeah, so my name's David, and who am I? I'm a child of God. I really believe that I'm here and the purpose is to serve others as Jesus did. Where I'm from, I grew up in Kensington. I went to JP Prep and JP Boys for high school, and I did UJ for tertiary, and I'm in Unisa still, and I now stay in Primrose Hill. It's quite a nuanced question, I think, because I'm a lot of things, but yeah, I guess that sums it up.
Well, I guess we're still going to be unpacking a whole lot about you because I've got so many questions for you today. Alright, so my second question to you is, take us through your normal day. What goes through?
Okay, COVID's disrupted a lot of that, but I work for a company called Evolve Keep Changing. It's owned by a guy named Ryan Hing, and he is a fashion director, creative director, stylist. And what we do is we style advert campaigns, music videos. So if we get a brief, we would go take the brief, and whatever it is, whatever the treatment is asked of us, we would then style for that brief or that treatment. For example, our recent job, we did a job for an airline called Untitled Chapter, which was shot in Cape Town and Joburg, and it was basically like 5 different scenes, locations, but very rich. I know the first scene was very vintage, very 70s, 80s. So what we do is we would source the clothes. I think we had a week to prepare for the shoot. I think we had a very big budget. We had to get over 120 outfits per person. So we would source for that from different designers, brands, sourcing houses, and then we would then collect, and then obviously on shoot days we would go and we would style models or whatever. And but when I'm not working, a general day would be going to the gym, I guess, reading the word, chilling, watching Netflix, I guess, playing chess online. It's been a bit up and down because with this job it's very freelance, so it's not a 9 to 5. You can't just, it's not like Monday you do this, as jobs come in and then you work. I guess that would be a general day. Sorry,
sounds like a lot, but you just summed it up to like the most.
Yes.
Makes sense.
So that would be a general day, I guess.
I guess I'm on to the next question then. Alright, so when did you fall in love with thrift?
Okay, I think that would be probably 2010 is when I started to come into my own style, my own design. A lot of my friends at that time in JP, they were into thrift, and I remember once this guy named Ndabezimnandi, he said, "Yo Dave, I need to check out Nurt and we must go." He told me it's not safe, but when you're with me, don't worry, it will all be good. So we took a taxi and we went to Nurt, and I'm sure you guys know it, it's just a whole maybe 100 meters of just tables with just clothes everywhere, from anywhere and everywhere, all types of brands, second-hand clothes, and real cheap, like 10 Rand, 5 Rand, and you can find gems and diamonds there. I remember we spent like the whole day there. I think I came home with like 2 bags of clothes, which I probably paid like $100. So like, there's nothing, and it's like
a good bargain.
A good bargain, 2 bags and like good stuff that I really liked and enjoyed at that time. I think that's where it started. I think at JP, at my high school days, meeting a good friend Wahi, and we were both into fashion at that time, and I think it started from there. And since 2010 up until now, I still go thrift, like all places. Cape Town has amazing places to thrift as well. I know Noor closed down, but I think they've just opened up again. I haven't been, which I should go. Also Marlborough, Thrift in Marlborough a lot. And I think it started in my days in high school. That's where I think I fell in love with Thrift. And also I'm Chinese, so I'm very cheap, so I like a good deal. Like, you know, like, if you, and thrifting is so good for that. I mean, you can spend, 100 Rand, like I said, and you can come up with a whole bunch of stuff. It's really dope as well, yeah.
Sheesh, I wasn't expecting it, but yeah, that's cool. That's the mood come up.
Unisex mode. Okay. Just think about that one. I guess the unisex mode came up for me is just because I'm very tiny and very small. So I have a small shoe size, which is 5, and gents start at 6, as well as the gents smalls. At that time when I started thrifting, baggy wasn't really in, or it wasn't really my style yet. I preferred the slim fit as well as the tight close fit. So I would have to alter my stuff a lot if I'd buy from like your commercial stores, because smalls then were like larges or mediums for me. So that's when I started to shop in the female sections. Also then it started to grow, whereas a lot of the female stuff became unisex, so guys and gents could wear it. And a lot of the time I would go into stores like Mr. Price. I remember I bought this dope ladies jacket. It was sick, I wish I brought it. And it was a ladies jacket, and I went in and I immediately, I knew what I was going for, because I had a friend and she wore that jacket, and I asked her, yo, where did you get that? It's amazing. And she said, Mr. Price, ladies section. So I walked into the store, and all the store people that would help me, like, you know, this is for ladies, you place, and I'd be like, yes, no, I know. I'm too small to wear the guy stuff, and if I do get the guy stuff, I'd have to alter it. So a lot of the time I'd go immediately to the ladies section, and I would seek for some stuff there, especially for shoes. Like, shoes were the most thing where I'd go immediately to the kids or the ladies section. And now we're living in a time where it's like very unisex, like anyone can like buy shoes, which they're probably made for girls, but they're also, guys can wear them too. So I think the unisex mode came from me being just a little bit too tiny to wear the gent stuff, and also altering became missions, because when you buy something, you want to wear it now, you don't want to wait and for it to be altered. So a lot of my years was altering, and eventually I think, I just started looking in the ladies section, and especially for shoes and that. So I think the unisex mode for me was just because I was a lot smaller than an average gent size, which was size 6 or 32 length, as well as a 28 pants. Sometimes I was 26. And I believe, like, you are like ladies fashion, for me it's a lot more edgy and a lot more out there. I think you can, there's a lot more to choose from with ladies. I think, like, the stuff is dope. Like, if you were to go to Mr. Price and compare the guy stuff to the lady stuff, or wherever, even Zara, it's a lot more edgy. Like, I think fashion forward for me, the lady stuff is, I think gents are more, I'm not saying like generally, not generalizing, but now gents are more conservative, or there's like a certain type of trend or certain style that gents are going towards, whereas like in South Africa it's more conservative, whereas in Japan and stuff it's a lot more out there, open-minded. You can actually like rock whatever you want to. So just the lady stuff, I think it's nice to check out their stuff, because it's just maybe more fashion forward in my head. But I'm just rambling now. But I think that's where it started, just me being tiny, and also just what attracted me more was more of the lady stuff. It was more edgy and more out there at that time, and I think still is now, depending where you shop. But that's where it started. That's the answer.
Just never know where that comes from. So describe yourself in 3 shoes.
I would have to say Dr. Martens. Really love. I think I have like 5-6 pairs of those. And then I would, sneaker-wise, I would go for like your Converse, like anywhere, anytime. gym. You can even gym. It's even advised to gym in those flat sole. And then I think I recently just bought a Reebok Classic, so I would go for that, the Reebok Classic Legacy, I would say, yeah. Number 1, Dr. Martens, second Converse, and say the Reebok Classics. Yeah.
That's interesting. How you introduced into thrifting in slow fashion?
Okay. I think, yeah, high school, a friend of mine, Ndabezimnandi, as I mentioned before, he told me about a place called Thrift, and yeah, I think that's where the thrifting passion started. And then from then onwards, I would just look for places, and I would get recommendations, word of mouth. Marvel and Maboneng became a cool place to thrift, and Rom, Kitcheners, and yeah, just thrifting now it's come out. I think it started in high school. The good friend Mahi told me about it.
Yeah, I did mention that.
Yeah. The slow fashion, maybe a vintage. Slow fashion for me maybe brings about vintage or like retro vibes, just because you're taking in, because thrifting is all about hand-me-downs or clothes that people think are out of fashion or don't want, and you just make it work according to you. So I think, yeah, the thrifting is a nice way to take old fashion or things that people don't seem or want to wear or feel are out of date, and you bring it back into a trend or yeah.
So, what's the cheapest item do you have from a thrift, and how much did it cost you?
Okay, so my cheapest item from a thrift was this overcoat, old school, like jacket vibe. It was 20 rand. Yeah, it was blue and different shades of blue, and it was like like a coat. Had old buttons. I had to redo the buttons. That was from it was 20 rand. Yeah.
So, what memorable thrift experiences do you have of South Africa and any other spaces that you've kind of seen?
Okay. To be honest, all my thrift experiences are very memorable. I remember each and every one. Definitely the Noord one with all the tables. My thrift experience in Cape Town, which is amazing. They have this whole street in Observatory. It goes all the way down to Lower Main Obs as well. You start at the top. That's also amazing. With thrift, there are a lot actually. But I would like Cape Town's thrifting is a lot more pricey than Joburg. Yeah. And Marvel, my Marvel experience thrifting as well. Yeah, it was amazing. 7th Street, also a few shops that way. Where else have I thrifted? Yeah, Marvel, Cape Town, Noord. Yeah, I think also China Mall. I don't know if that's thrifting, but it's very affordable. Yeah, I think in my head I have thrifting for me is just affordable fashion wear that's in, and that looks good and that you enjoy. So I don't know if China Mall is a type of thrift, but I enjoy going there as well. It's very affordable, and not many people know of it or go there. But yeah, definitely Noord, Marvel, and Cape Town. Yeah.
Your fashion sense is quite fashion forward. So take us through your outfit selection and give us tips on how you literally style an outfit.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess it is, I won't lie, back when I was much younger, first year last year, I was a lot more louder, I think a lot more edgy, a lot more brave in what I used to wear. I used to work for Diesel, the Diesel brand in Rosebank part-time, and just being in that environment was amazing. So I felt like I could wear whatever I wanted without being judged, or maybe I just didn't care back then when I was younger. I think as I've grown, it's become a lot more conservative, a lot less loud, but still, I would say fashion forward in a sense. It still look good, and I guess still trending. Like now, you can see the trends. I think it's very baggy. baggy vibes, cargo pants, that type of vibe. So I still try to keep trendy. I still try to keep clean, classy, and edgy where I can. I think I have gotten a lot more conservative. So, but my fashion tips and style would be to see what works with you. I think I'm very blessed in terms of being a Chinese and Asian to really wear whatever and it can still look good. Whereas a lot of the time, you know, like being African or being white, I'm sorry to bring in race, sometimes it's harder to mix combos without being judged or without being like, yo, that looks whack or whatever. Whereas being Chinese, you can wear whatever you want and it's a lot less, I'm lacking the words, but a lot less pinpointed or focused on you. It's more like, okay, that looks cool. So I'm very blessed in that way, but my fashion tips would be see what works for you. I think not necessarily go with the trends, but just, you know, figure out you and what you're comfortable in, and not just wear what you think other people will like, but dress for you and dress, you know, so that it shows you, I guess. Or yeah, shucks, it's a tough question and I think I'm talking nonsense, but yeah, just feel what works for you and be comfortable with what you wear. I think confidence is key. So yeah, even if you just feel you know what you want to wear, see the trends if you want to be trendy. But for me, I think dressing for the occasion as well, depending on where you're going and what are your intentions. But yeah, tips wise, good sneaker, can't go wrong with a good pair of shoes, and yeah, can't go wrong, I think, with your neutral colors like black, white, cargo. I think those are all good. If you want to go loud, your bright colors. Yeah, it just depends on your personality and what you're trying to achieve. But as long as you're feeling comfortable and confident with what you're wearing, and if you do want to go with trends, yeah, go with the trends. But yeah, I don't really have a good sneaker, I think, and a good hair, I think. Yeah, to have a good suit, a good stylish fashion-forward skateboarding outfit for you, I think that's good to have in your wardrobe. And then I think a nice edgy one where it's very loud is good to have as well. And then just your casual wear shorts and whatever they are. So tips, but
So guys, so those are the styling tips.
I need the ball. All the press up, push up, under. I do it all.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you on the next episode.
I need to win. I want the cash. Tell that you put in the safe, put in the gas. Like we ain't heard of the brakes. Get to the bag, get to the bag.